Where is Peyton Manning going to play next season? It's the question everyone wants to know the answer to. The Kansas City Chiefs, they may have some interest. Romeo Crennel let the cat out of the bag a little bit at the Combine, throwing his name out there and saying they'd be silly to not be interested in him. Think the Chiefs are a possibility?
Tampering? Who cares, right? I mean, yeah, it's a different category altogether. I do think the Chiefs would be interested in, at first my thinking was this goes against sort of the Scott Pioli and Romeo Crennel, that New England style of building through the draft, sort of under the radar for agents, that sort of thing. But Manning is so good, and he can flip a franchise in a heartbeat. We saw flashes of brilliance from the Chiefs at times last year. We know that they had a lot of players injured. They could be a talented and sort of a sleeper team in this mix, and it wouldn't stun me that they sort of break the mold in what they normally do for a quarterback of his stature.
Do they have the talent that you think that would be necessary for Peyton to win now, which is ultimately, I think, what's going to be most important?
Well, they need a left tackle badly. Barry Richardson was one of the worst starting tackles in the league last year. They've got a young tight end, Tony Moeaki, Dwayne Bowe franchise. Dexter McCluster could be a great screen option in that kind of game. They've got the running game and the commitment to it. So all those things factor in. A young defense that shut down the Packers last year. We see some positive trending upwards. It wouldn't stun me at all if this is a fit.
Could you see them, though, blowing up their offense and going just with whatever Peyton wants to run, which is probably what's going to happen?
If they want him, they're going to have to do something like that. They'll use the players they have. They'll add a few pieces, but it's going to be Manning's offense. Now that Todd Haley's gone, I could see it happening.
They play outdoors. We know they play at Arrowhead. It's not a tough division, but it's so much different than what he's used to playing indoors in Indianapolis. Do you think that'll be a factor?
Maybe a small one, but I can tell you, going to school just down the road, this is a football town. They've been waiting for a hero like this. In a previous video about the Cardinals, we mentioned Joe Montana, the effect he had on that Chiefs franchise, even if it only was for a couple seasons. They rallied around him, huge ticket sales, huge jersey sales, which would factor in. They just renovated that stadium a couple years ago. Got to pay the bills.
And Montana won with Kansas City.
He won.
He played well as it got him to the playoffs. You got to think if they'll take the same thing, if Peyton will get him to the same place again and maybe even further. We'll have to see if the Chiefs are a legitimate option. Just follow the whole process right here at ProFootballWeekly.com.